So could it be? Could it finally be happening? After years of Kathleen Kennedy is totally leaving this time, guys, for real, we've got a fresh report saying Disney's preparing to confirm she's stepping down as Lucasfilm president and Dave Filoni is moving into the top creative seat. And because Disney never does anything clean and simple, the report says it's not just Filoni. There's a co-president set up. Where have I seen that before? Like a corporate buddy cop movie where one guy draws lightsabers and the other one files taxes. Yeah. So today we're breaking down what's being reported, what it actually means, and the real question, does this change Star Wars? Or is it just a new name on the same old problem? Welcome back, Critical Nerds. This is the Critical Nerd channel, and if you're returning, you know the deal. And if you're new here, welcome. Do me a favor, because this helps out with the YouTube algorithm, and it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. If you would, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. Oh, and if you would, leave a comment down below before you leave. Because we cover Hollywood's biggest messes with receipts, sarcasm, and zero patience for corporate PR. So let's talk Lucasfilm, shall we? So what's actually being reported? Well, here's the core of it. Multiple outlets are pointing back to reporting attributed to Puck's Matthew Filoni, saying Disney is preparing to confirm Kathleen Kennedy stepping down as Lucasfilm president, with Dave Filoni taking the top creative role, in Lynwen Brennan, I hope I pronounced that right, is handling the business operations side. Where have I heard that before? Kathleen Kennedy stepping down. I'll believe it when I see it. That Park Place lays out, pretty bluntly, Filoni as the creative decider and Brennan as the operational counterweight. Comicbook.com eschews the same idea, two co-presidents, one creative, one business, because Filoni's never been the corporate executive type. Dark Horizons frames it like the James Gunn Peter Safran arrangement at DC Studios, creative lead plus business lead. And Cosmic Book News is also running with Filoni taking over language, again, tied back to Puck's reporting. Now, here's the key point in all this, folks. Like I said, we've heard this before. And as of these reports, this is still in the reported expected announcement phase, meaning until Disney puts out an official press release, treat it like it's a very strong rumor, not a fact carved into a Jedi holocron. Okay? Still with me? Now, here's the part people should not ignore. Okay? This isn't Filoni becomes king of Star Wars and saves everything with one dramatic cape swirl. The structure being described is basically, and I've already pointed this out, Filoni equals creative direction, Brennan equals operations, budget, and business execution. And if you watched any of the fan commentary around this, a lot of people immediately translated that into, cool, man, Filoni gets the storytelling keys, Brennan gets the TPS reports. So why does that matter? Well, it matters for a couple of reasons here. Because Star Wars isn't going to be fixed, and it's not just about who is in charge. It's about what Disney is willing to change. You're talking project selection, budgets, timelines, creative control, and yes, the overall philosophy of Star Wars. And if the reported plan is new leadership structure, save internal ecosystem, then you're not looking at a reset, you're looking at a rebrand. But we got to talk about Filoni, because this is where the fan base splits, especially on social media, like the Jedi Order after a bad Yelp review. On one side, you got Filoni is the guy fans credit with keeping the spirit of Star Wars alive through animated work and the early Disney Plus momentum. That's part of why outlets describe him as the natural successor. On the other side, people are pretty skeptical, and the skepticism isn't coming out of nowhere. I mean, Filoni's got fans, He's got haters. And the big fear is that this becomes Kathleen Kennedy 2.0. Same direction, new face. And look, whether you love Filoni or not, the reality is this. Star Wars right now, well, it's got a trust problem. A huge part of the fandom doesn't believe Lucasfilm will commit to quality control, consistent tone, or a coherent long-term plan. And when you have that kind of distrust, a leadership swap doesn't magically heal it overnight. And this is important. That Park Place specifically points out that Kathleen Kennedy stepping down as president doesn't automatically mean she disappears from Lucasfilm influence, especially if she continues as a producer. So the Kennedy is gone victory lap may be, well, let's just say premature. All right, so here's the real question that needs to be asked. If this report comes official, what changes immediately? Or does anything change at all? You get a new decision-making structure. Creative decisions run through Filoni, business logistics run through Brennan. You get a new PR era. Disney will absolutely try to sell this as new chapter, fresh energy, trust restored. And the fandom will respond with, show me, don't tell me. You get a high-stakes theatrical test. The conversation around Star Wars is coming back to theaters is already part of the wider discussion, and multiple outlets are framing this as a relaunch moment. Here's my take on all this. If this move is indeed real and it's Disney admitting something without admitting it. The current model isn't working. But if the fix is simply rearranging the deck chairs and who sits in those chairs without changing incentives, leadership culture, and quality gates, then Star Wars stays stuck in the same loop. Big announcements, fan arguments, content drops, a month of discourse, and then people quietly stop caring again. And that's the worst outcome for a franchise that used to be a cultural event. So I'll leave you with this. If Disney confirms Kennedy stepping down and Filoni Brennan stepping in, it's news, it's big news, but it's not a victory lap. It's not a funeral, it's a test. A test of whether Lucasfilm can rebuild trust and whether Disney can resist doing what Disney always does, spinning headlines instead of fixing fundamentals. Now I want to hear from you guys out there in the interwebs and YouTube and Rumble. Do you think Filoni taking the creative lead actually changes Star Wars? Yes or no? And do you trust Disney to let him make real changes? Drop it in the comments down below. Hit like if you enjoyed this roast with receipts format. Subscribe for more. And I'm the Critical Nerd. And I'll see you in the next one.